Can you please tell us a little about the life of a management consultant?
If you can ask me the number of hours, it's pretty intense. But jokes apart. So I'll tell you how my life has been, and I'll tell you how generally it's usually like. So I was involved in a particular kind of cases called private equity cases, and the problem statement is very similar over there. That a private equity firm comes and they ask Bain that should we acquire this particular target or not? Should we invest in this particular target or not? Bain's job there is to do a complete analysis of the market, the offering, the competitive landscape, the revenue potential, the growth metrics, and see whether the target is a right fit for a particular private equity firm or not. Those were the kind of cases that I did. Typically, my days involved, the case is particularly structured into two teams. And every team handles 2 to 3 work streams. One work stream could be market, one work stream could be competition, one work stream could be the offering itself, one work stream could be margin analysis. Every team, there's one consultant, one associate consultant. When you're going in at the entry level, you're joining as an associate consultant. So you would be part of one of these teams handling 2 of these work streams. Typically, these private equity engagements are 3 to 4 weeks long, can even go further beyond that, and can even be 2 weeks as well. So you have to deliver insights very quickly. So if I had to tell you how my time usually went, so I think at a minimum, I worked 12 hours a day. Sometimes it went to 14 hours as well. And my time was distributed as 40% data sourcing. And by that, I mean primary and secondary research. And I think that's where learning for an associate consultant really happens, because they interact with data over there. Second, I think 30% is data analysis, in which you actually synthesize data, put together an analysis, do a calculation, come up with an analysis. And the rest of the time, I think the rest 30%, it goes into presenting the data, making PowerPoint presentations, making slides, putting that data into a story format on the PowerPoint, and then building about the entire story. And at the end, there's a meeting with the client and you present it. And the client takes a recommendation. That's what happens in the private equity case. It's very similar with other cases as well. But the kind of work can be different over there. The problem statement can be very different over there. Sometimes you would have to optimize factories. The problem statement would be different over there. Sometimes you would be launching a new product, so you would have to price the product. So you would have to do a price analysis over there. So very different kind of use cases and different kind of case studies can come about. So typically that's how my life was at consulting. In terms of how your personal life goes, there's a lot of travel that goes on. You go to client offices, you go to different geographies, you get to interact with new people. So a lot of learning happens at the core level. So the learning curve is exponential there. I think what you learn in consulting is much faster than what you learn in any particular industry. I think that's how my experience was at consulting.